Hi, and good morning to all my Winnipeg girlies. How's everybody doing today? Well, it is a snowy, blowy day, or it was yesterday evening, and this morning it's definitely still windy out there, but it's looking like it's trying to come around. Well, this is another episode of Hot and Sweaty in the City. So, in the last few episodes, of course, we've talked about dress, we've talked about brain fog, we've talked about those sorts of things that accompany us during these times. But one thing we haven't talked about yet is nutrition. And I got my laptop on behind me here. So, with nutrition, one of the things that I'm hearing from doctors out there is the fact that we don't have enough vitamins in our body, specifically vitamin B and vitamin D. These are very important for us, especially during these times, as well as a numerous other amount of vitamins. So, to kind of give everybody a rundown, so to speak, of things that I've been eating and introducing into my diet because it's supposed to be really good for us at this time. Um, I have in my lovely notes section here. Okay, so what we need is vitamin B. Apparently, it helps your body create and use estrogen, something we need. Vitamin D, which functions as a hormone in the body and helps estrogen production. Vitamin E may help reduce hot flashes. So, these are our vitamins that are essential for us at this time, including calcium and also some anti inflammatory foods. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about um, flaxseed, which I've read healthline.com online. Flaxseed may play an important role in decreasing breast cancer. So, although there's still more studies that need to be done on this, they're saying that flaxseed is showing signs that it may help reduce breast cancer, although it does help us during the time of menopause. Um, Apparently, dried prunes and apricots are highest in progesterone, also high in fiber. We need fiber in our diets, ladies. Um, I'm reading here that Healthline.com has said 50 grams of sesame seed powder was taken daily for 5 weeks. So, this is a study that they did, and it showed signs of increasing estrogen levels as well as improves blood and cholesterol levels. So that was from healthline.com. Um, I think that that's very helpful to us to know these things. Aside from everyone just telling us what sort of vitamins we need, I believe it's monumental that they tell us how we get these vitamins. Me, through my natural journey, have done a lot of research online in terms of what foods are good for us during this time. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown of that. So UCLA Health has said to us, which quite a few have said this, fruits are apples, berries, grapes, peaches, pears, plums. Okay, so these are all fruits that we normally see in our fruit section or produce section of the grocery store. These are definitely things that I think that if you haven't added to your diet, add a little bit to your diet here and there. Go on Pinterest and find recipes for things. If you're not exactly sure how to make a dish or prepare something with a specific ingredient, such as, let's say, apples, um, go online, go on Pinterest, get a recipe. Apple ideas, Apple recipe ideas. Pinterest would have dozens and dozens and dozens for you to go through. Um, so next we're going to go into grains. So grains are barley's, oats, and wheat germ that they've listed. So I have Honey Bunches of Oats cereal, which I have in the morning, and it has actually barleys, and oats in it, as well as some of the vitamins that we need in wheat and things like that. So, if you're looking for a good cereal, Honey Bunches of Oats, it also has cinnamon in it, it has honey. It does have some sugar in it if you're worried about your sugar intake. Um, but for the most part, it displays a lot of vitamins and nutrients that we need during this time. So I have a bowl in the morning if I'm not going to have my egg bites. And so the next thing would be sort of the extras, so it's liquid stuff that they're recommending for women during menopause. Um, I don't know that I would necessarily, because coffee's actually said, the caffeine in coffee is actually said to increase hot flashes. But here they're saying that beer, coffee, sesame seeds, red wine, and tea all have uh, the ability to help us boost our estrogen levels. So, kind of on that coffee and especially the red wine, um, I would be a little bit careful of. The tea, maybe not so much because tea is good. I mean, everybody loves a nice cup of tea. And the next one is nuts. So, if you like nuts, during this time, I would try almonds, flaxseed, peanuts, sesame seeds, or sunflower seeds. And again, if you want to know how to incorporate some of these things into your diet, go on Pinterest, look it up. They will have dozens of recipes for you. Alright, so soy. Soy is the next thing. Now, apparently, soy is supposed to be like incredibly good for us. So, you get soybean, tofu, miso soup, or miso paste. And again, if you're not sure how to use these things, I would go on Pinterest and I would find a way to use these if I wanted to add these to my diet. The veggies for us are broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, onion, spinach, and sprouts. So that's what UCLA Health has told us in terms of that. And I really appreciate having these tools online to be able to go and take a look and be able to figure out what to add to our diets. I mean, some of these things we already eat quite regularly. I'm sure apples we eat quite regularly. Grapes, I'm sure, one of those things that I know I have on my grocery list. But definitely keep adding here and there. Each time you do it, it's helpful for you. It's helpful for your health. It'll help with reducing the hot flashes. It'll help with increasing the estrogen levels and progesterone levels, which combined are important. So, yeah, I would definitely say that for myself, I'm just going to go with the egg bite as an example. So, like most people in the city, of course, or anywhere really, egg bites are a thing now and have been for a little while. For myself, they've been really, really awesome as option breakfast food. I haven't always been great at breakfast. Okay, now I'm sure there's lots of you out there like 2 cups of coffee in the morning, boom, you're out the door, right? That's all we need. Well, sorry, ladies, at this point in our life, we definitely need to have breakfast. And what we eat at breakfast is really very important about how we get started in our day. So for me, it's either a couple of egg bites, which I go egg whites as opposed to a whole egg because of the cholesterol. I do spinach and roasted red pepper for mine with some cheese and a little bit of milk in there, and I mix it all up and I add a dollop of cream cheese as well for flavor with salt and pepper, and that is how I make my egg bites. And I have to say that I did that predominantly because spinach is supposed to be high in helping us produce estrogen. So anytime we can add a little bit here or a little bit there in our diet of these things that they list as being important, I say, yeah, absolutely. So I had to find a way, of course, to introduce spinach to my diet. And yes, I am a vegetarian. But that doesn't mean I just want to eat salad all the time. I mean, salad's great, but there are definitely other options out there. So that was the option that I found that was really great, was the whole spinach egg white thing. So I take some fresh spinach and I usually take about 4 or 5 leaves, crunch them up, and then dice them to put them in my egg whites. Having 2 egg whites every morning, which is the equivalent to 2 eggs, or at least that's how I measure it out. So 2 tablespoons is equivalent That's what the carton says, to 1 egg. So I do 2 tablespoons times 2, so that's 4 tablespoons, 2 eggs, and I make my egg bites that way. And I don't add a ton of salt, just a dash for flavor. Again, sodium is something that we probably want to cut out. Heart health is definitely something we need to be aware of during menopause, especially since we experience heart palpitations and things like that. So, in order to be able to remain a little healthier, I did that this year. I implemented spinach into my diet, and that's how I did it. Um, Pomegranate seeds. I cannot say enough about pomegranate seeds, or pomegranate in general. It is boosting. It's like a superfood. It is bursting with lots of different things in it. Now, I had on my computer a list of everything that it had, like vitamin D, vitamin B, high in fiber. Um, it will also, it's a natural anti-inflammatory, and tons of antioxidants in it. So definitely, I've added that as well this year to my diet, to help me along with my menopausal journey as I go au naturel. So, along with the food subject and minerals and vitamins that we all need, just to let everybody know, I also take a Central multivitamin for women of my age every day, once a day, along with my red clover that helps with the night flashes and hot flashes and sweats and everything like that. So that's what keeps me healthy. That's what keeps me estrogen boosted. Is incorporating these foods into my diet if I haven't already, which most of the foods on here I have, simply because, things like broccoli are high in protein and iron. Um, so yeah, definitely look for your superfoods, look for your greens, look for your berries. Berries are very healthy. If it's smoothies that you have it in, if it's your yogurt, whatever it is you need to do to get it into your diet, definitely make those changes. Because at this point in our life, ladies, diet is monumental. And so we don't have to have it be boring. We don't have to have it be tasteless. We don't have to have it be ew, every time we go to the kitchen we're like, oh, I gotta eat that again. No, we can make it interesting, fun, and tasty. So trip on over to your Pinterest and get some great recipe ideas. I did. I love them. And until next time, thanks so much for joining in. If you like this video, please hit like and leave a comment if you have one. Say hi if you like. Until next time, bye bye, Winnipeg girlies.